when underestimated. They don't operate on platforms alone. They move through pain, pressure, and process to fulfill a kingdom mission. And I come this morning to tell someone that God is always moving. Even when you can't see it, He doesn't wait for you to feel ready. He doesn't wait until life calms down. God doesn't press pause because you're feeling uncomfortable. He moves in the middle. He builds in the broken places. He doesn't wait until you're finished crying to start orchestrating deliverance. He works while you're walking. Just like a photographer must be developed, a photograph, it must be developed in a dark room. God often develops your purpose in darkness. The exposure doesn't happen in the light. It happens in the hidden places. Philip Yancey said, faith is believing in advance what will only make sense in reverse. And so I rise this morning to declare that you are God's secret agent of change. Oh, you may not have a badge. You may not wear a robe, but you do have an assignment. So let's talk about Joseph this morning. Joseph had a dream. But before he could see fulfillment, he had to be processed. He was thrown into a pit by his brothers. He was sold into slavery. He was falsely accused in Potiphar's house, forgotten in prison, and yet through it all, God was still working. Romans 5:3-4 says, suffering produces endurance. Endurance produces character. And character produces hope. That's sanctification. That's the process by which God shapes you into someone who can carry the weight of destiny that He gave you. Now I want to pause right here. Is there anybody here this morning who knows what it's like to be in the middle of transition? I got about 4 people. I said, is there anybody here this morning who knows what it feels like to be in the middle of transition? You see, you're not where you used to be, but you're not where you want to be. And some days you feel stuck in the hallway between your history and your healing. Do I have any witnesses here this morning? Let me tell you, God is training you while you walk. That job you hate, that's training ground. That family issue that's going on, that's training ground. That delay that you've been waiting, that's training ground. You thought you were just surviving, but God was preparing you. See, you thought you were just waiting, but God was refining you. The pit is not your punishment. It's part of your promotion. So those of you who are in a pit this morning, you ought to start praising God, because the pit is not your punishment. It is your promotion. You were placed on purpose. When Joseph finally stood before Pharaoh, the dream didn't come full circle. It didn't just come full circle. The assignment got real, y'all. Proverbs 18:16 says, a man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men. Joseph wasn't a preacher. He wasn't